Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Paid the Cost Podcast. Listen to this Gene deal about this puffy. Look at them shirts. You see, you got my nephew, Loyalty Above Betrayal. You know, sometimes, you know, a lot of people kill the messenger. You know, and a lot of things that's talked about, people think that you hate something, you know. And kind of like what they did to Gene Deal, you know what I mean? You know, when he's talking about this puffy stuff before, everybody looked at him like he was, you know, just talking shit and didn't know what he was talking about. But then in the end, you know what I mean, you know, like he was telling y'all, you know, he'd be around this cat, you know what I mean? You know, he know what's going on. He know the weirdness in this guy. You know, everybody just thought he was just hating. But now what you think? So, you know, we're going to chime in. You know, he's going to talk a little bit about it, what's going on.
I love you so. I love you so. Please don't go. Yeah. I love you so.
I love you so.
Please don't go. Please don't go. Hey, I love you so. Please don't go. Hey.
Let's get it.
I love you so.
Paid the Cost Podcast.
What the hell is wrong with this one? What's up, y'all?
What's going on with you, Gene?
I got y'all on YouTube right now, and I'm not streaming y'all. I'm just on YouTube. And now I'll be able to pay Christian, put a couple of people as moderators.
No doubt, no doubt, my boy.
It's my first time on YouTube in a minute. So I'm here. I hope everything goes well. My other device was down. So I'm doing the show right now.
You see, you got that same shirt your boy got on, that Loyalty Above Betrayal, right?
I'm going to call you when I'm doing the show. I need to cut these phones. I'm doing the show right now. All right. All right. Got some information for y'all, and we're going to have a little discussion about what's been transpiring. But before we get into that, I hope y'all been still using that Ezra's Orchard. Hey, yo, Lefty, put this up for me. Got my moderators in here. Deacon's daughter here. Christy O is in there.
Right.
Lefty, could y'all put that Ezra'sOrchard.com? That's that CMOS. EZRAS Orchard. ORCHARD.com. It's been working wonders for me, man. You know what I'm saying? It's been working wonders for me. I'm talking about joint pain, my digestive system, and a guy that was in the music industry back in the day, Tim Dog, not the rapper Tim Dog. I'm talking about vice president of Uptown Records.
I see you got that sweater on, don't you?
Yeah, the
Loyalty Above Betrayal.
He distributes and put it out. And when I'm telling you, man, it's a lifesaver for me. And I'm just telling y'all, it's the CMOS. Yes, it's the CMOS. Coming done. When you see it in the beginning, you understand the professionalism, how they put it out, and everything. It's clean, it's clear. You can put it in shakes. I take it just raw.
Diddy.
No, Diddy.
Oh, gee.
Listen here, man. Y'all might think I'm coming here to bash old boy. I'm coming here to tell you, I told you so. But I'm not doing none of that.
Right.
I'm not.
It's unnecessary.
I didn't come here to praise him. I mean, I didn't come here to. I'm not going to praise him. I'm not going for him saying he's sorry. I'm not going to degrade him or downrate on his actions and everything, because this is something that's been going on in this guy's life for years. I'm not going to criticize his what he has to go through with God, whether it's true or not. Whiskey to Don, thank you for that super chat. I'm not criticizing that. I'm going to tell y'all my experiences. I'm going to tell y'all what's been going down. And Kimberly Hall is welcoming y'all because she's a G on the Gene Gill Show. All right. But let me ask you, I'm just going to say this to y'all. Yes, this boy is the prodigal son. Yes, this boy been fucking up for a long time.
Y'all see that sweat hood he got loyalty above
and
betrayal.
We don't even claim him.
From Kalamazoo's own Sean Bennett Jr.
We won't even claim him. His penis, not his penis, y'all. I'm saying his penis is with God. His penis is with God. And I'm not going to be the one, because I can't take no credit for God's work. He has to do what he needs to do, because he could never be amongst us again in no kind of way. He could never be amongst us in no kind of way. And with an individual like him, that's death within itself. Hey, Christy. An individual like him, that's going to kill him within itself. I don't believe none of the shit he's saying about the sorry and the rock bottom and nothing like that. That's my own personal opinion. But whatever he got to do, he got to deal with his God, or come to my Jesus. Because his God got him in trouble in the first place. This stuff is going so fast, it's crazy, man. I'm not even, it's, StreamYard is a little easier, right? Hey, Left, put that up there, Edris Orchard for me, EZRAS Orchard.com, so people can go out there and get that CMOS. The first month, people on the show went about like 20. I know they still need it, because I went through 4 bottles. I can't even see anything on this, man. That's why I don't come to YouTube and do YouTube, because I can't stop it, make it go up and down and all of that. So I can't stop it. It's moving too fast. Listen, I said go watch the interview I did with Art of Dialogue. You know, I said how I felt. I'm thinking that, you know, since the federal government is involved in the whole thing, they may have had the tape in his stash. I don't know that to be true. But I know legally when Cassie gives them information regarding when she got beaten and how she got beaten and where it's at. As a law enforcement officer, when we do the investigation, I'm going to the place where the stuff happened at. Smoker Papa, welcome to the G's. All right. So that's why I was explaining. Some people were saying that the federal government had it in his stash. The federal government released it from his stash. Some people think that it came from the hotel or whatever the situation is and things like that. What I'm trying to say is this. Whatever the situation is that it wasn't a leak. It wasn't a leak. When they used the word leak, it was deliberately given to the media. The federal government do not leak information. They give information. They give information to the media so they can run with it. Now, some of y'all catch up on when I be telling y'all shit. My last show that I did, it was that Diddy was going out trying to get character witnesses. And as soon as I did that show, the next day, they gave that shit to CNN. CNN, right? CNN, right? They gave it to them the next day. I'm not saying I had anything to do with it. It was just by coincidence. Do you understand? That was just by coincidence. Because this is how the government works. Oh, if you're thinking about helping him, if you're thinking about being a character witness for him, if you're thinking about doing everything that may help his situation, let us show you this right here. Antoine Faulkner, thanks for that cash app at Big Gene 52. Appreciate you. No. Listen to me, stop that. Stop that bullshit. Nobody needs to apologize to me for nothing. You understand? Nobody needs to apologize for me for nothing. I was only giving you this guy's character and what he had did in the past when I was with him and when I was around him. And how he treated the people around us. How he did people, his moms, his own moms, giving you his character. And yeah, the devil got soldiers just like Jesus.
No, let's reiterate on something. Let's talk about it a little bit. This, we must face it. 2024 have became the year of exposure, should I say. A lot of things and a lot of situations that people thought, you know what I mean, they was loyal to, or moves, or people they thought they was loyal to, it's coming unraveled now, you know, because a lot of people would rather open and read the devil's email than the messenger. You know, they rather you know shoot the messenger to the side, but they steady opening the devil's emails and reading them and understanding them. You know, and they moving, you know, in such ways. And it's not until later on in life, until you know, where other people's life are affected to the point where now people's like, hey, enough is enough. Because I say this to say, you know, this stuff that P. Diddy was doing, you know, it's not nothing that wasn't, you know what I mean, wasn't seen. You know, everybody knew he was doing that. You know, and it just, when the money stops, you know what I mean, the loyalty leaves. You know, so, you know, if he had been doing things like this, you know, through his whole industry, I mean, through his whole career, you know what I mean, it's just not coming out in 2024, then where's the loyalty to, you know what I mean, to yourself or to the people that shit was happening to? You know, the loyalty was to the money. You know what I mean? It had nothing to do with P. Diddy. You know what I mean? They didn't give a fuck about him. They gave a fuck about the money that, you know what I mean, they was getting. You know, and it's sad to say that, you know, this world have come to, you know, trust and believe is in how much money that you have. People won't believe you if you're broke, you know what I mean, you know, struggling, you know what I mean, entrepreneur that's trying to make it, and you just, you know, and you telling your story the way you see it. People won't believe you because your money ain't long enough. But that man with that long money, he can lie, he can cheat, he can steal, and then you'll believe it because you try to do what? You try to get to the riches that he has. And he's showing you in a way of changing who you are as an individual. You know what I mean? You know, because money is the root of all evil. So no matter what he do, how he do, when he do it, you know what I mean, he pay for it. And, you know, he know that the man and woman will go for that. And so I say that to say this, you know what I mean? Like, you know, when people was listening to Gene Deal, you know what I mean? Gene Deal is actually he's Puffy's old bodyguard. Everybody just thought, you know what I mean, that he was just, you know, running his mouth and just talking because he hating and because he don't work for him no more, you know, but he actually knew what was going on. That's another that's a case of why I say you know what I mean, don't, you know what I mean, don't shoot the messenger, you know what I mean, you know, messenger, no, I mean, don't worry about the messenger. Did you get the message? And people seem to get the message from the messenger that they tend to like. If it's a messenger that you don't like or a messenger that you don't fuck with, the message just goes straight up out the window. You know what I mean? So, you know, with that being said, you know what I mean, we're gonna get into a little bit more of what, you know what I mean, what Gene said he seen, heard, and, you know, allegedly, you know about Puffy.
That disciple. Them devils gonna come.
And I'm gonna tell you another thing. To disrespect your mother, that's a whole new different type of devil to me. And if you're the type of person that, you know what I mean, can have everything in the world, but you don't have the respect for your mother, that's something that people really got to look at. You know what I mean? That's something that people really got to look at, but that's allegedly. I don't know. You know what I mean? They say that's what's happening. You know, I don't know. So I can't sit there and say that that's, you know, what it is, but, you know, allegedly that's what's happening. But, you know, we're going to get a little bit more into this, you know, what Gene Deal talking about.
Come out and say what they gonna say about Gene Deal. It's not over. You're trying to come at me.
Right.
But I told y'all, when I got into this shit, I'm 10 times the normal man.
Right.
I'm not worried about you talking to somebody who proved that they've been in jail, they was selling drugs with crooks and all this other shit like that. People give me a, yo, you know, old boy out there talking about you. And they talked about Jesus. And they run around his neck right now.
Because he told the truth.
Get on their knees and pray what he did.
Because he told the truth.
I'm not worried about them talking about Gene Deal. That don't bother me. What they think don't make me shit.
Gene Deal is actually Puffy's old bodyguard.
I want the young men and the young women to understand whatever situation you in, don't ever give up what you was taught. Your God-given. Young man, don't ever give up your manhood.
Right.
You take that slow nipple.
Before I take that fast.
You do what you need to do. You man up.
Right. That's right.
Yes, this boy fucked up.
Man.
And he fucked up. And this girl ain't have no fight. This wasn't a Chris Brown and a Rihanna type of thing. Because you see, that Caribbean shit came out of Rihanna, and Chris Brown had scars and scratches and the whole 9 yards on him. This girl ain't even fight back. And I will understand how dark a place you gotta be in.
Where you don't fight back.
But people who know him, people that was around him, know this has been since his childhood. He has always had problems with women. Always.
Yeah, when it comes to
He's
disrespecting
always
your mama,
had
you know
problems with women.
You don't love your mama, you don't love no woman.
That's why it's easy to smack his mama.
Wow.
That's why it was easy to curse his mama out. Because y'all know, y'all really know that white, black are indifferent. I don't care what kind of, I don't know a religion, or I don't know a race, creed, or color that could do something like that around to their mama, and they still walking around and living.
Come on now,
my
brothers or cousins would have killed me or something. So that's people loyal to the money. You can give a false narrative just because you got some money. You know what I mean? You can fuck someone's whole life up and make us think like you know, you're the king.
My moderators, anybody come in here with that DIDDY shit, and they team this and team that, they in the wrong program. Even though I'm not bashing him,
this ain't his platform.
They not allowed to come in here and do that. So please get rid of them for me. Help me. I know I still see them, but get them out of here. They don't need to be in here. This ain't like the Rihanna and the Chris Brown type situation. This is somebody who been using their power for a long time. They've been using their power for a long time. And even though he didn't ask, or he didn't say he was sorry, and he's still using a narcissistic viewpoint, and whoever his fucking publicists and people who's telling him to come off and say the things that he say, it's crazy.
He's controlled like a puppet.
It's crazy.
You know, he's controlled like a puppet right now. You know.
No, it ain't no absent father syndrome. Listen here. I didn't know my father till I got 16. I didn't know my mother till I got 12. Pup had good people in his life. I know who he was raised with. He had good people in his life. It's not that. You're going to get the behavior. Caller Tom, thank you for that super chat. Appreciate you, Mama.
Hey, Nicole's podcast.
There's no excuses. None whatsoever. There's none whatsoever. He knew right. He knew we had a problem. He knew he had a problem when he kicked that little girl Misa up under the car. He didn't go get help. He knew he had a problem when he beat Kim so bad she took a corkscrew and ripped his wrist up, which led him into getting those opioids and led him into being a drug abuser. David Sprouse, thank you for that cash. I appreciate you. Do you understand that? He knew that back then. And all the women between them, he knew he had a problem then. And he had the money to get help. But he chose not to. He chose to get power and more power.
Right.
He chose that power and he used that power for his benefit. He used that power for his benefit, Joe. A real man don't use power. They let power use.
Right.
The power of God, no matter what y'all say, kept me on the straight and narrow.
Yeah. I agree with you.
When I read the comments and they going crazy at me, you just trying to bring another black man down. I ain't black. No, I'm not. I'm indigenous. I know my history. I came from 2 parts of Africa. I know that black is a status. It's not a race. They got Chinese blacks. They got Indian blacks. They got people from India that are black. It's a status. I'm an indigenous person of color.
Right.
Here in America, that over 50,000 years, my people walked across the barren straits and came here. Some of them was Moors.
It's our original name.
Some of them was Africa, the name that the white people gave that land. Because it wasn't named Africa for anybody black. I'm just giving y'all, I'm just the messenger. I was only the messenger. And it's a damn shame some of y'all would rather open up the devil's email and instead of listening to the messenger.
That's right.
Y'all didn't hear that. Can I say that again? Can somebody post that for me? Y'all rather listen. Y'all rather open the devil's email than to listen to the messenger. It's a damn shame that y'all had to see it on TV, on your phones, on your computer before y'all believe.
He was telling you before. He was telling y'all before
who this dude really was.
Everybody thought he was hating.
Urshala Horn, thanks for the cash out. Appreciate you, Mom. Let me look at PayPal. Because people be sending me some PayPal and I ain't saying nothing. Well, I'm sending you the PayPal, Big Gene, and you ain't saying nothing. You ain't thank me. I got that from my EBT card and gave it to you. So they ain't do that PayPal. Okay. Thank you. Lord, I believe it years ago. I don't wish bad on nobody, but I hope he gets whatever's coming to him. Thank you, Keisha. Jackie O. Jackie. Jackie, I wish I was on stream, y'all. I would definitely put that up. Thank you, Christy O. Christy, y'all rather open up the devil's email than to listen to the messenger. The same people that ridiculed me and took up for Diddy was at their who went to his what they go the revolt day. The same people that was in the studio with him, Studio 1, Studio 2, cussing them out, saying all shit about him now. Okay. A true man is one who stands up for justice, speaks out against injustice, and fights for equality. Martin Luther King said, a man's greatness is not measured by his accomplishment, but by the content of his character.
Who you is.
I die on my word.
Right. Stand on the 10
I
toes.
will die on my word.
I'm talking about my boy.
I'm not gonna lie in another man's face. I'm not gonna lie to another man nor woman. Not in that way, no.
Not wearing loyalty above betrayal.
Okay, you know, we all girls in our time. But y'all know what I mean.
That's right, that's right, that's right. Right.
Yo, and when you see that Art of Dialogue show, man, a lot of things that y'all saying in here, I said in the show, but he breaks it up so many times. He breaks it up like to 8, 7, 8, 9, 10 shows. It's only an hour and 20 minutes. At least he breaks up so many times. You don't get it. But a lot of things that y'all saying and y'all speaking on, I spoke it on that show. KK Scorpio, thanks for the super chat. As I have observed, those who plow evil and those who saw trouble reap it. Oh, the Bible scripture. Well, thank you for that one. Hold it up. Hey, I'm just messing with you, man. Now y'all know. But see, y'all look for shit.
Right.
When I say y'all rather look at the devil's email, this nigga still got 21 million followers. He still got 21 million followers. Not one of y'all took y'all subscription back on nothing.
Right.
Have you thought about that? You don't want to cancel him out because you really want to be at the next Diddy party. Hey, honey butter, taking that. Listen.
Let's talk about it. Like you said, the person want to be at the next Diddy party. You got to understand, loyalty is only, it only goes one way. That's straight up and down. People have twisted loyalty because they made with the individual that they may be cool, but knowing that his actions and his moves are gonna cost everybody, but they just loyal to the money, and as far as the things that I hear and the accusations that I hear, I can't sit there and they allege it. I don't know because I don't know none of these cats. I'm just a little old cat from East St. Louis, Illinois, by the way, Kalamazoo, Michigan. But I'm loyal to the soil. You know what I mean? So I can pick up and what Gene's putting down. For years, people thought that Gene was just just lying and just making up shit. But a grown man ain't got time for that, man. I mean, you got to understand. You got to understand his G, because he was his bodyguard. So that that should tell you, for one. He ain't no pushover. And he really, I don't think that he got time to sit here and tell no lies about nothing. He's seeing a lot that ain't none of us seeing in this situation. Because I know he had to at times be the one that guarded situations or seen situations, that moved in. He had to. So how can you miscount that? You know what I'm saying? How can you misconstrue the words that he's saying? So that goes back what he was saying. You would rather open up the devil's email than listen to the messenger. You know what I mean? Because the latest email that you get about something thinking that it's true, you're gonna believe it. But a motherfucker that was right there, head and shoulders. You don't believe him. until when? Until now. You know what I'm saying? You know, so, you know, it's just kind of like, you know, be careful who you believe in. You know what I mean? Be careful who you trust. You know what I mean? Trust, you know, trust is not, you know, it's non-existent a lot now, you know? So, you know, that, you know, trust no one. You know, so we're gonna get into you know, the ending of his dictation of what he felt that was going on in this puffy camp thing, you know what I'm saying? You know, the weird saga, you know, continues. You know what I mean? No Diddy. We're gonna listen to the rest of Gene, you know, Gene Deal.
That made him start doing it. You won't stop that. Ain't no Gene, no rise of fame for me. I worked 30 years. 3 years as an investigator, 2.5 years for an investigator for BCW, CWA child worker, and 27 years for the Division of Parole. Claim to fame? No, bro. I'm not doing that. That's why you could call me. That's why you could call my number and I pick up or I'll call you back. Go see how many famous people that you could call right up and they'll have a conversation with you. I know the deal.
That's right.
No pun on my last name. You know how many people want to do this, want to do that, want me to come on this show, want me to come on that show? I deal with the people that deal with me. It's been there through the struggle. I don't need nobody at the race, at the end of the finish line, talking about, pick on your water. I knew you was going to make it. Woo, Lord. That was a race. Pick on your water. I knew you was going to make it.
I don't need you there.
I ain't that type of brother.
Right. Should have been there at the beginning when I was pushing this thing with no wheels on it.
If you ain't there through the start, through the first couple of miles, I don't need you at the finish line.
I finished that. I did that.
I said that on the part of Bands Entertainment. I see you threw me a couple of bands, huh? Nah. Thank you for that support, Bands Entertainment. I appreciate you.
Bands threw you a couple bands. Not. I feel you, Gene. I know the deal, baby.
See, a lot of people just when they see a salacious title, they came in because they knew it was going to be some bullshit. Because Gene is petty. Gene could be petty sometimes. I know my fault.
No doubt. We stand on them though.
But I sit down with my God and I be like, yo, Jesus, listen, man, you gotta take all that shit away from me.
Yeah.
Because now I do gotta watch what I say sometimes.
True story. True story. We all do.
I gotta take that same road that Jesus took when they asked him, yo, Jesus, they over in Galilee. They were talking all that crazy talk. They talking about that God is real and you need to go down there and show them and teach them and let them know that the Spirit is real. Jesus looked at the disciples and said, everybody ain't ready for it.
I'm telling you, because they can't handle it. They can't handle the truth. Some people can't handle the truth.
Everybody ain't ready for the work.
Not at all.
Everybody ain't ready for Gene Deal.
Come on now.
And I'm not trying to make them ready for it.
The Teflon done. I paid the cost.
But people know. Only time I'm going to talk to you, only time I'm not going to talk to you is during showtime. Unless it's extreme emergency in one of my family members.
Right.
But people who have reached out on this channel, who have called me, and I get some of them, I got the phone where it's like, I ain't doing no unknown call, man. I'm here to call you back. You call me from an unknown number, you're not going to get me. You call me from a number, my phone won't pick it up. It's going to let it go through.
Right.
That's how I got the program. I don't do the unknown phone number. Yo, nigga, I'm going to kill you. I learned from that. Then, I call my friends at the DEA or some of my brothers at the Secret Service. I say, yo, can you take my phone? Because somebody threatened to blow my house up, kill me in the whole 9 yards. And then when they go there, and it's a little 18 or 25-year-old or 40-year-old man just playing. I didn't mean nothing. I was just trolling and everything like that. I still want to take it somewhere.
Do something with that nigga.
I had to get out of there. I worked hard.
That's right.
And time goes so fast, man. The time goes so fast
that
it don't even seem like.
Yeah, they gonna stop for nobody.
You put 30-something years in.
That's right.
It don't even seem like you did 5 years of college, University of Tennessee, Chattanooga, the degree. Jefferson College, the degree.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard.
Yeah, that's crazy. It don't seem, that, evident. And people don't understand that, it's a lot of things that, we miss out on. But, nevertheless, let's finish. What are you talking about?
Parole officer. The plaque.
I know his nigga was
Time goes real fast. So I'm not looking for no fame. I'm not looking for no fortune. When I tell you that all the things that you see Mark Curry on and all the places like that, them and more have been trying to get me out there. They've been asking me to come on there and get my opinion.
I'm about to get you on Paid the Cost podcast, Gene.
Whether we like it or not,
no doubt.
That was our prodigal son.
Come to Paid the Cost podcast, Gene.
Shown. And he's an example. All the predators, all the athletes, all the entertainers, all the YouTubers.
That's right.
Anybody that want to use the power for themselves.
To step on the next person ain't shit.
They want to take the power for themselves.
If you use it in the wrong way
and use it for people,
you ain't shit.
He is the poster child of how God will break your ass down.
Come on now.
Thank y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Next time I'm coming back on, you StreamYard will be with Miss Pleasure. we're gonna have a pop-off conversation. Listen, do me a favor, man. Please, because I want to have some people in there. We're gonna come out, we're gonna do a show in about what's this? Wednesday, Thursday, before Thursday, around Thursday.
Yeah, so you know, to reiterate on everything that we just went over with this P. Diddy thing, you know, it's all about trust and believe. You know, who do you believe in? Who do you trust? You know, loyalty have been set, have been set aside, in today's society. Money is what loyalty looks like nowadays, and it's a shame. So they say for years and years and years, this guy been the same way. But for years and years and years and years, this guy's always had money. So to hear people coming out, even a lot of these famous people saying, they knew it back then, how's a person supposed to actually look at you and understand that, you're a loyal person? Because a lot of these stories is coming out. I mean, you had to sit back and not say nothing about the sickness that you've seen for years. And it took whoever to come out about this, these people in the industry only let you move so high and so far up on their platform until they knock you down. When you think you're untouchable and you think it's all, your way, no way, and it's, got to be that way, they'll let you know, they're allowing this. They're allowing you to move the way you're moving because they know it's going to be a destruction at one point in time. They knew that this all was going to happen like this. And when it was going to happen. And there's going to be a lot more blacks and black entertainers going down and being part of this whole situation, because there was a lot of people that was entwined into this. I mean, a lot of big names, a lot, black, white, Hispanic, there's a lot of nationalities that's going to be affected by this whole situation that's starting to surface now. It's going to be kind of like that Me Too thing, where everybody was part of this. Everybody claimed that they was victimized of this, and everybody was told to write these non-disclosure agreements and all this. Everybody going to come out with this whole thing, and initially you knew that the job was dangerous when you signed up for it. So a lot of things, just overwhelms me by the understanding of people now, but you didn't understand it then that it was wrong. But now you understand that it was wrong. I don't understand that. That's what I don't understand. Because if it was wrong now, it was wrong then. So everybody that's part of this I feel that's, my sincere, sorriness is to you, but I can also say that everybody knew what was going on and how it was going on, because these agreements that everybody signed is giving you the blueprint of what's going on. So you wouldn't be signing a non-disclosure agreement without knowing what the agreement is. And that's just my understanding of that. You wouldn't. So a lot of these people in this situation is going to be be put and forced to tell the truth. So now that's what you really hear. You hear people being forced to tell the truth, but it seems so outlandishly much of a lie that you wouldn't believe it. But believe it. You know, the proof have been in the pudding. You know what I mean? Cause like I said, anytime you can make it to the top as a black entertainer, and you're in position to make things move the way you can, and that will, in one way or the other, um, shift the black man and woman to a different plateau. There's going to be somewhere where it's going to be stopped at. So that there's going to be some type of scandal that they're going to put inside that to make that, non-void from there. So, that's what we all have to be mindful of, the way you move and how you move. So, kind of like, you got to think about this. People like Denzel, and that's the only one that I can really sit back and just come to my mind, without thinking that as a black entertainer have never been, part of no scandal or no mishaps or none of this or none of that. You know why? It's because he's the truth and he walks alone. You don't never see Denzel, out in the midst of everything. He lives a pretty private life. He's not private. Because he's world renowned, but you don't see him out in the midst of and everywhere moving. Because that opens the door for a lot of blogging, a lot of internet mishaps. A lot of people want to get their 5 minutes of fame. So you got to be mindful of the people that you're around and the people that you trust and the things that you listen to. I sympathize for every victim that was in this whole situation. Because if the situation is true, because everything is alleged, everything is alleged. So until these people get they day in court, the truth still will not be known until it still will be allegedly. So and even if you get your day in court, don't mean just because there's a conviction, don't mean that was the truth either. So you gotta understand how this is going and who you are. Being who we are. It may just be an attack on that. So I'm not gonna sit here and just throw the man up under the bus wholeheartedly and say this or that, because I don't know no part. I'm just picking up what people are putting down. But Paid to Cost podcast is here to investigate the truth, find out the truth, and bring you the truth. So go like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, for more content, more information, and more news. So it's your active and your attractive host, Teflon Don, Paid to Cost podcast. Segment called Please Don't Diddy. Please don't Diddy. Don't Diddy. Listen to Gene Deal. Let's get it. Loyalty above betrayal. Paid to Cost podcast. Yo. Paid to Cost podcast.